Good morning, everyone. Hello, welcome to another workshop presentation through Fix It Fair at Home. We are bringing you content, resources, and inspiration that we would usually have at our in-person events that are still on hold while we weather the pandemic. Thank you for joining this morning. Today, we have a very exciting presentation from our partners over at Trash for Peace and their environmental promoter program on loom knitting. And I will bow out for now. My name is Wayne Grabowski. I'm one of the co-coordinators of the Fix It Fairs with the City of Portland. And with that, let us start the presentation.
Good afternoon, Oasis family. This is Gilda Lewis, and I'm going to attempt to do a tutorial on loom knitting. I have the equipment ready, so just bear with me. I'm kind of new at this, and I trust that it will be clear for you, those of you who would like to start.
I'm so sorry, folks. I had a sound problem, so we are going to start that again. My apologies, everyone.
Good afternoon, Oasis family. This is Gilda Lewis, and I'm going to attempt to do a tutorial on loom knitting. I have the equipment ready, so just bear with me. I'm kind of new at this, and I trust that it will be clear for you, those of you who would like to start doing this loom knitting. Thank you. These are the things that would be in your loom knitting packet. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 sizes of looms. It comes with 1 hook, 1 needle. I have added a tape measure so that we can measure the length of our caps, and scissors for cutting. Each of these looms have so many pegs around, and you can use them for like a baby hat, a young child. But today we're going to use this orange one, and it is for an adult size set. First, you will notice on your loom that there's a hook here. This hook is used to wrap your yarn around to get started. On this particular loom for an adult, there should be about 36 pegs. We will call these pegs. At the beginning, well, let me tell you something about the yarn first. Yarn comes in different sizes, and on the back of your yarn label there are grades of the yarn. Like I'm using a number 4, and that determines the thickness of the yarn. It will also tell you the type of yarn it is, if it's 100% acrylic or what other product that they made it from. These things can be purchased at Michael's. This is where I bought my kit, but I'm sure you can get them at any craft store. And sometimes people go to Goodwill and they can find the whole kit and find yarn that is cheaper. But I prefer getting my kit from Michael's because of the construction of the loom and the way the hooks are with the little creases in between here, and we will get into how that's used later. So now we've talked about your kit and the yarn and the labels and how to read it. So I'm going to use this red yarn. To demonstrate. One thing is this thickness. Sometimes I use 2 rows, but today for practice purposes we're just going to use 1 string of yarn. So the first thing we do is make it like a slip knot, and I'm sure you know how to make a slip knot. Just kind of put it over your finger like that and bring it around, and oh well, mine is not working good because by now I just tie it on, but for those who know how to use a slip knot, you can make a little slip knot here and pull it out, and this is going to be used to hook onto the little small peg on the outside, and you draw that string so that it will hold your yarn in place as you start to loom. Actually, this is a very easy process and easy to learn, but the thing is making sure that it does not slip off of the peg. So you make your little slip knot there and you hold that, and then you're going to start to wrap each peg with your yarn. You will wrap around and to the front. Around and to the front. So let's see if I sit this here, if that would be more clear. We will start again. You make your slip knot, and then you proceed to wrap your yarn around the peg, around each peg. You will know that you're going in the right direction because your work will line up on the back side of the peg and eventually drop down. So we will continue to wrap around the peg until we have completed the entire process. And here, when we come to the starting point again, you wrap around, around, and around. Now, in order to start knitting, we will need 2 rows. So you need to push these down. Once you get a hang of it, you can push as you go, as you wrap. But for now, we're just going to take our time and push each row down. And then we're going to go around a second time so that we can begin the loom knitting. So you're at the starting point here where you put your little starting line, and so we go back around and around, and we continue around the peg. Now that we're back at the beginning, you wrap your last pegs. You're going to let your string drop. Get your hook. When you let it drop, be sure to hold on to it with your fingers in the back there, because otherwise it will just unravel completely off. Here, I'll give you a little sample of what will happen. You can see how it just will come right off the pegs. So make sure you hold it down and hold your string, and then you're going to take your hook. I always start on the back side. This is your beginning from the post here, going to your right, but I will start to unhook going to the left. That way the first one over the peg will make sure that the rest of it holds on, so you can see there. The object is to put your hook into the groove, pull up and over your top thread into the groove, pull up and over, into the groove, up and over, and then those will be pushed down. So we will go up and over. So I'm going to finish this, come to the end, and then I'll be back with you and I'll show you how we continue. And over and over. Now, what's going to happen after we make a few rows, we will loose the beginning peg here and let it hang from the inside so that it is not pulling or drawing on our finished work. So now we have completed row 1. We will start again, around and wrap. Go around and wrap. Around your peg and wrap to the front. I will continue this completely around, so just bear with me, and maybe I'll just keep filming this one completely. And once you get a hang of this, you can go at your own pace. I like to think I go kind of fast, but it's okay to go slow to make sure that you don't miss a peg and throw yourself off having to start over again or correct along the way. This peg, I believe I told you, this particular loom has, I think it's 36 posts. So you want to make sure that you wrap every one. And we'll just kind of see if I can speed it along here and get back to our beginning. Okay, here we are back at the starting peg. You pull your yarn down, take your hook and over into the little slot over the top of the post, and you are loom knitting your cap. I find this very relaxing. You can do it while you're watching a TV show or having a conversation on the phone, or well, I like to read, so I can't do it while I'm reading, but otherwise you can continue to carry this on. And away we go. And like I said, it looks a little thin inside here, and usually I will use 2 yarns, maybe mix a different color, or just, if you can see this piece here, if you pull on that end, then you can double your yarns and go around and continue looming. And maybe, I'm not sure, but I might double this after I get this one off so you can see the difference in it. So we continue around, and stay with me and I'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Remember me discussing how one string was just for practice and how thin it can be, so this is what it's like. So I decided to double them, so I'm using 2 strands. Now the thing about doing 2 strands is you go around and then you go back double. If you can see, there's one at the bottom, one at the top, and I'm now taking them off. Make sure that you get both of your strings of yarn, and you're doing the same process under and over, only you're working with double strands. Now we're ready to take to close the hat off, let's just say that. So we will take the yarn and wrap it around your loom to about, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe about 6 pegs down. We will take our scissor and cut the yarn off. And as you can see, this is our string that's left. where we are going to now turn this into a complete hat. So you take your string of yarn here, hold it down, take your pick, put it under the hoop, and pull the yarn through. Now let's do that again. You're taking your loop, put it into the little crevice under the loop that's there. Catch the yarn and hook it and pull it up through. You will do this all the way around. Okay, now we're down to our beginning. So we're going to do this one last pull through. And now we are ready to start taking each yarn setting off of the pegs, and we can close our cap off. So you will take your hook, bring it up and over, and lift each peg off, lift the yarn off of each peg, okay? And remember, I told you guys, I'm no expert at this stuff. It's just something that I enjoy doing, and it's really simple, and it relaxes you, and you feel like you've accomplished something, and you can make some for friends or family, or just whenever you feel like just doodling around with the loom. And you just continually slide your hook into the crevice there and pull it over the top. And I hope you noticed that I had some length of string left here. That'll come into play after I get all of these off the pegs. And then I'll show you how we will draw the string together and complete the top of our hat. Okay. And here's our last one. Oops. Okay. Once we complete it, you kind of just pull your top up like that. And then you're going to take the string that's left, the yarn, and you will pull. And what happened here? Okay, there we go. And you continue to pull, and you will come to the center of the hat. Now, I like to pull it really tight, and you see there's a hole here in the top. We're going to pull it tight. Then we're going to take our needle, and the needle is what we're going to use to sew around and in to close off the hole and complete our cap. So this is what we're looking at right now. So mine is really long here and the yarn has been messing up, so I'm going to kind of cut it off a bit so we'll have a good clean yarn left. And then we will take the needle and thread your needle. Okay, there you go. Needle is threaded, and we're going to close off the top. We will pull it as tight as we can here, and then I like to take the yarn and we'll go through, try to get into your first hoop. Here's your length of yarn. You're going to go in and under and pull, and we will try to continue this around until we come back to the beginning spot as close as you can. And that will just give it a little hook there together, and it's close in more. what I like to do is then take the needle, try to find the middle center hole, push it through the bottom, draw it tight, and then we can turn it over, and we will go across from side to side with our needle, and that will secure it more. As we pull it tightly. And I'm going to get ready to put a knot in here, so we will pull it through, take it through like that, and knot it. And then just to be sure, you can come around and do that process again and pull it through the loop and knot it. And then we will cut it off, and voila, we have a cap. Now, the interesting thing about this is, if you want to, you can wear this cap on both sides, and you'll have a whole different knit, or you can turn it over, and this is what we started with, and this is our little cap. This one seems like it would probably be more for a child's head, because we only went so many inches, but as you can see, you can make it as large as you want. Now, this is your beginning strand here. You can either knot and clip, or you can take your needle here and push it back through to the other side, so that it will end up in the fold. And if we had a band on the hat, it would end up in the band. And you can cut a little piece off here. I would probably knot it first to secure this end of the cap, making sure that it does not unravel. And then give it a little clip, and it's inside the fold. And there you have your beautiful little knit hat. I hope you guys enjoyed this session, and thank you for allowing me to show you my creativity and my process of loom. We are done. Thank you for joining me. I would like to give a shout out to my granddaughter Jasmine, who is blessed with many gifts and skills that she does use. And Jasmine, thank you so much. She is the photographer, editor, everything that is required to make this clear to you, Jasmine has done. So thank you, Jasmine, and thank you all for watching, and I trust that this will be helpful and give you another relaxing thing to do. And God bless, and bye.
That was so wonderful. Thank you, everyone who joined us live on Facebook too. I dropped some links in the chat there. If you have questions afterwards, you can drop us a line. And also, we'll make sure that this video is posted to our website and YouTube channel very soon. Hi, Gilda. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for that presentation, that video. That was really great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it, so.
Good, yeah, it looked like it was fun. Looked like it was really fun. Oh, well, I think that's all we have for today, since we don't have any question and answer. But thank you again for joining.
Okay, thank you for sharing it.
Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.